Good afternoon, Eamon here from the capital city in Dublin. Just here having a bowl of soup in a pub. Fintan, my son, was born with Down syndrome, and his mum is over in Trinity. They're involved in some research program that Fintan is involved in connection with born with Down syndrome. And here and pondering and looking at the busy streets here, and when you have time to think, your mind brings you different places. And the question that I have been asked since I have signed the farm over to Kenneth, why did I sign it over, and why did I semi-retire? Why did I go into semi-retirement? I suppose it's not just a one answer question to that. There's multiple answers to that question, and I suppose the first one is probably somewhat of a selfish attitude, and maybe they're all selfish, but particularly the first one is probably selfish, because my farm and our farm was a multi-generational farm. I inherited from my father, and he inherited from his father, so on, going back several generations. And I wanted that to live on. And particularly with Kenneth was so interested in farming, I decided that, and he was well equipped to take over the farm, that sign it over to Kenneth. There is so much land out there at the minute in Ireland that we have no successors for, and no obvious successor. And land is being just been handed on to various different people, with people maybe with not even that particular big interest in farming, and some farms are split up and sold. And probably the second reason is to make sure that that I handed over when Kenneth was young enough and ambitious enough to develop the farm and bring it to the next level. Because each generation has to bring the farm to the next generation, or to the next level, or we get left behind. Because agriculture is such a changing business. What we done maybe 30, 40 years ago, type of farming that we done, and even the type of cows, is completely different than what's there today. So that's the second reason, is that Kenneth and that himself and his wife Cheryl would be able to, and the third reason is that himself and Cheryl would have a sense of security. They knew where they stood. They could plan. They could do what they want to do now with the farm. It's in their name, and there's no risk of, I say, dropping dead and no settlement made and the farm being in a mess. And that's probably the fourth reason, is that so many farms and people died suddenly and no will made, and the farm might have been broken up, or to a huge cost to the next generation. I told you this story already about my own farm, about my father's farm. When his father died, he died young, and he had no will made, and it went automatically to his wife, and she died without any arrangement being made either. So my father had to take over the farm and pay out money to the other family members to secure the farm for him. And it took them maybe about 10 or 12 years, my mother and father often said, to come back from that. So the best years of their lives was spent paying off the other brothers and sisters. And I did not want that on Kenneth's farm. And the other reason as well, I wanted a break from it. I started farming when I was 16, left school when I was 16, came home, I worked hard on the farm. There was only tie-up cows and tie-up sheds or byres. We're making hay. We had a 35 tractor, and we had no buildings worth a damn on the farm. So I had to start building with my father, building up the herd, draining the land, making the fields more compatible for dairy, and taking out some ditches, putting in roadways, and doing all they had to do. And I got a good living out of it, rearing my 4 children and educating them. So I wanted the same chance for Kenneth. So that took that big load off my mind. I'm 68 now. I have the old age pension. My wife is similar age. She has a pension as well. Fintan is with us, living with us with Down syndrome, and he's working and there's an income coming in for him, and we have getting also an income from the farm and other pensions that we have. So we are reasonably financially secure, and it gives me an opportunity to do other stuff such as these YouTube videos. And I'd like to take this opportunity of thanking everybody that subscribes, and if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe, because I want to get up to 1,000 subscribers. I'm at about 260 something. My next goal is to get to 500. So please, can you all that hasn't already subscribed, please continue to subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up or a like or comments, and I love all your comments, whether they're good, bad or indifferent. Please give the comments. So I suppose the main reason, to go back over the reasons again, one of them is it was a multi-generation farm, so make sure the next generation had it. To make sure then that Kenneth had some sense of security for himself and his family. Give it him that he's young enough as well, that he's able to develop the farm to the way he wants it, and bring the new thinking into agriculture into the dairy farm. And the fourth reason is that I probably had enough of work done. I want to do other stuff, and to make sure that I can spend time when I'm young enough and to travel and to spend time with my wife and family and other family members, and do what I want to do in life. Do a bit of traveling, and even make YouTube videos. And again, thanks to everybody that supports my YouTube videos. I'm really, really so happy. And maybe I'll apologise, maybe there's a bit of noise in the background with this, but I wanted to do it away from the farm. I want to see, that there is life outside the farm. We do get outside, we do travel around, and I think that's important when you're retired. There's so much other stuff that you can do, and just sit down, relax, do a YouTube video here of Trinity Street, and watch the people passing by and enjoy your life. And the same for you. I hope to get to Turkey for the new year. I'll be talking to you more about that. And I have a lot of other bits and pieces going on the farm. If you look on go over to my Ashlawn farm video, there's an interesting video there about my chickens and hens that I put up. So I'd love if you switched over to that as well, and give that a like or a comment on the Ashlawn farm video. It's not about cows this time, it's about chickens and hens and pigs. So shoot over and have a look at that. Again, thanks for supporting it. If you have any issues about retiring or any thoughts about, please, I have a program there that is ready to market. And if you want any help, please email me, text me, phone me, send me a message. I will help you get through this time. And when you have it done, you'll be so much happier. There is a thought out there that it is scary, the transfers are expensive. There's all those reasons. And the truth is, if you do it right, you transfer it to your son or daughter young enough, you can save yourself a lot of money. So please, any questions, come back to me. Thank you.